we did it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream and a happy Magic Monday, one and all. God, I was so confident and I just clicked onto the wrong screen. Okay, we're here. We did it. Awkward. Let's see what's in the store today. Maybe I can deal with my fears by getting a good deal.
Nice.
I get 550 gold by spending 50 gold.
I was gonna say, if I had a dime for every time I was awkward, we'd be rich right now.
Well, it's Joe's favorite time of year again, everybody. Cube is here.
Mm-hmm.
This time with more Elish Norn, apparently.
Yeah.
Because that's what Cube needed. More Elish Norn.
Why not?
Because the first one was bad enough. Anyway, I'll do our little intro here at the start. For those of you who may be new, whether you're watching live or on the VOD, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
We are Geek for All, and we are here, as you can see, to play some Tinker's Cube draft here on MTG Arena for Magic Monday. If you are out there, please let us know in chat. We would love to hear from you. Let us know how your weekend was, how your day was, how life in general is, and if you are excited for all of the ridiculous, crazy things that we are going to be doing for all of you on this channel this week. If you don't know what those things are, stay tuned. We'll talk about them. And don't hesitate to ask if you are curious and be like, Joe, stop beating around the bush. Just tell us. Well, I'm in a draft as well, but I will still happily explain because we have guest spot tomorrow. We have a video on Wednesday. We have a stream on Thursday. And we have 2 videos on Friday.
So all kinds of crazy shit up in here.
It's true. Very, very true. Hey, we're playing with Jake the Snake, apparently.
Nice.
Clever Impersonator is interesting. Angel of Suffering. Ishkana, Graph Widow.
I like it. We have a beautiful stained glass Vivian.
We have Prime Speaker Vanifer as well.
She's looking badass in that picture.
Vanifer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really don't know what to pick here. Although, to be fair, this is Cube. I don't know what to pick ever.
Yeah.
Let's take Clever Impersonator. That makes sense, right? It's a good card.
I don't know, man. I'm just kind of here.
Yeah. You have the easy job.
Exactly.
I gotta pretend that I know what I'm doing and then pick things and try to justify them.
I had to pretend like I know what I'm doing and read things.
Hey, Urza. There's no way we get the Might Stone and the Weak Stone, do we? Artifact, instant, and sorcery spells we cast cost 1 less. This is an enchantment, though. Or a creature, excuse me. But still, let's take them.
Yeah.
There's also Gideon of the Trials, though. That's an amazing
sick
card.
Urza here, though.
Yeah, it's definitely Urza. I just, if you see the Might Stone and the Weak Stone, yell real loud.
Oh, we have Aaron Bennett here in chat. Sorry, can't talk. Screaming Blackblade.
Blackblade, interesting. It leaves you open. I mean, that's a fair point, right? I mean,
Sure.
except that, I mean, it gives power equal to like lands. I mean, I would probably want to like lean towards the land deck, which I know some people really love and swear by. It's a fine deck. I don't know how to play that deck very well, but it's a deck that exists. What does a Tempsis do? 6 mana, 4/5 flyer, 3 mana tap, draw 2, discard 1. And whenever it deals damage to an opponent, you may reveal your hand. At least 6 different mana values? Hell no. I'll take Arcane
arc
Proxy.
is pretty sick.
It's very interesting. Yeah, I'll take Arcane Proxy. That's fine.
How are you, Aaron Bennett?
Yeah, welcome to the stream.
And what are your pronouns, please?
And a happy Monday.
Yes.
All right, we already have our next pack, so I'll do that. Quasi-duplicate. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. We're just going to have so many things that make copies of other things. And we have Urza, which is bad. That's a bad thing to copy. You don't want that. He's legendary.
Yeah.
So that would be a problem. Conclave Tribunal is actually quite good. Removal is going to be important in limited. So
That is true.
Precursor Golem I didn't love in the format that it lived in most recently, Brothers War. Because I felt like anytime somebody played it against us, we had a very easy way to kill all three of them very quickly. And it didn't really work out for them. But yeah, I like Conclave Tribunal. It's a good removal spell. So.
Yeah. Aaron, just to point something out that we've talked about in some of our streams in the past, but I'm fairly certain you're new to our streams, unless I'm forgetting, in which case, please remind me. But you mentioned Blackblade. That was not the original art for Blackblade, but we met Richard Kane Ferguson, who did the original Blackblade art.
In fact, I had a notification come up on Facebook today that the picture of the two of us with Richard Kane Ferguson happened 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's also a long time ago. I was surprised.
Yeah.
So, Banish into Fable is fine. Whenever you cast this spell from your hand, copy it if you control an artifact, copy if you control an enchantment, you may choose new targets. Bounce something to its owner's hand and make a 2/2 knight, but I'm going to take the Lava Brink Venturer, because that's really cool. It's a 3/3 for 3. Choose odd or even, and it has protection from each mana value of the chosen quality.
Nice.
Okay, so now we have a couple of options. By invitation only, 5 mana sorcery, choose a number between 0 and 13. Each player sacrifices that many creatures. Faithful Mending is blue-white instant. You gain 2, draw 2, discard 2. Flashback of 3, so we can play it from our graveyard. Or Wrath Capuchin.
Sick.
4 mana, flash flyer. You may cast historic spells as though they had flash. And in this cube, I think it's Wrath.
How many historic spells are there? Is that a thing?
Historic are artifacts, legendaries, and sagas.
Ah, okay.
And so,
I did not know what that meant.
Yeah, no worries. That's why I'm happy to help. Interesting. So Arcane Proxy is an artifact. It counts as a historic spell. Wrath is legendary, so he counts as a historic spell.
Urza's legendary.
Urza is definitely
obviously.
legendary, of course. So, I mean, Thousand Face Shadow, when it enters, if it's attacking, create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature.
That's
I think
another fucking sick art.
it's really good.
I can't.
Really good.
I just can't.
But there's spider spawning. I mean, look at all the spiders.
I love them.
I'm going to take Traxos because maybe we can go a historic route. So Traxos is a 7/7 trample for 4 mana.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
But it enters tapped and doesn't untap during our untap step. You can only untap it whenever you cast a historic spell.
Ah. Okay.
We have Jace. This is the Jace that cares about us having no cards in our library, which would have been interesting with the Black Angel that we opened earlier.
He's looking rather pretty in that art.
Jace, yeah. It's the stained glass, I think.
Yeah.
I'll take the Veteran, I guess. Blackblade came back,
Okay.
so there's that.
I'm alright with that.
And, like, unless we're splashing for Vanifer, that's the pick regardless, so let's do it. Oh, okay, it's a legendary creature specifically, so there you go.
Okay.
That otherwise the equip cost is 7 if you're not putting it on a legendary creature. And if you're putting it on a legendary, it costs 3 to equip, which is still a lot.
Yeah. But a hell of a lot better.
Yeah. Siphon Essence is a counter spell, and you make a blood token, but it's 3 mana. Whatever. I guess I'll take it over Shivan Reef. Like, that's fine. Sahili, she is legendary and makes servos.
Now I bet you wish you took the Shivan Reef.
No, I don't need it. She can be cast for double blue. It's blue or red.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. But still, good looking out.
Erica's here and she says, kicks down the door.
What is up, Erica?
Thanks for showing up, lady.
Happy Monday.
We love ya.
What is this? Artifact and or enchantment we control? It's either that or the Mycosynth Gardens. I don't think I'm going to play either of them. Nettle Cyst. What a gross name / implication for a card. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Arts. Well, I guess Rashmi is partly in our colors, so I'll put her in the sideboard just in case.
Yeah.
And Gust of Wind is in our colors. I'll take it. All right, on color.
And that's not a bad card. I mean, maybe for cube, but...
Where is Marcus?
Oh.
It's Niambi.
Yeah.
In our colors, it's Niambi. Don't look over here.
Take a look. How are you today, Erica?
Yeah. How was your weekend? Also, Emrakul's in this pack too, Amy.
I didn't even see her.
I don't know how you didn't even notice that she was
Oh my god. I love you. Pick her.
I can't. I'm picking Niambi.
Why?
Because Marcus isn't here, so someone has to advocate for picking her. Hopefully,
she's the best.
hopefully, we're not in the deck for Emrakul. I'm so sorry. It cares about each card type among cards in our graveyard.
I don't care. I love her.
We're picking Niambi, everybody. Hopefully, a Darkar Wastes, Cast Out, or Muldrifter comes back.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Erica says, I've been emotionally devastated by a video game several times today.
Do I have to guess what video game, or is it one that we might have heard you discussing recently?
She says, not all causes need an advocate, Joe. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but some really need an advocate. Also, if you notice, I mean, nobody's said it yet, but we are playing Azorius right now. So, you know. Also, I'm picking Mordenkainen because hell yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
It's pretty cool.
Right?
And so is the ghost dog.
The ghost dog. It's a dog illusion. It's not a ghost.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. All right, sorry, everybody.
And it doesn't fly.
It's a dog. It's an illusion. It's not a spirit.
Whatever. Jana is here, and she has a sunflower and another sunflower and a sun, and she says, Merry Magic Monday, you magical maniacs.
What?
And she's gonna see me in my sunflower dress this time.
And what is up, Jana? Happy Monday. I mean, it's Faith's Fetters. Faith's Fetters is incredible. I love Faith's Fetters. I've played Faith's Fetters since it first came out. It's great.
Erica says, so I'm not going to say what video game because I want to discuss plot things vaguely and want your opinion.
I'm down.
It is not Final Fantasy XIV.
Wow. Okay.
Sure it is.
By the way, look at Extus. We didn't pick it because that's not it. Ooh.
Oh.
Cataclysmic Gearhulk. 5 mana, vigilance. Each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker, and then sacks the rest. Or we could do Puppet Stitcher. Hello, Puppet. Whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery, you make a 2/2 black zombie with Decayed. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more creature tokens, you may transform it. Creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may transform it. It's the Gearhulk. But I just had to do the pirate voice.
I'm so glad you did.
I think of it every time I see it. I don't know if it's the first time I've done that on stream, but
It definitely is. Because I would have remembered. Because I think about it every time, too.
Do you?
Yes.
Amy, look.
Jana, look.
Which one? Kami or under Tatsunari?
I tickled both of them. God.
I'm so sorry. I'm not Clay champion wants white or green.
You almost made me spit.
Yeah, I know. It would have been worth it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll do metallic rebuke, sure.
Jayanna says, so jealous. I want that sunflower dress. Oh my god, oh my god. The Might Stone and the Weak Stone.
We
oh
did
my
it!
god. Oh my god.
We did
oh my
it!
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We did it. Look, he's right over here, everybody. We did it. We did it. Now we just have to do it one time.
Confirm
Just
pick.
one.
Confirm pick. Confirm pick.
I don't need to. It's already
Confirm pick.
highlighted.
Confirm pick.
Stop it. Let's just take of one mind.
No.
Triskaidekaphile.
No.
We got the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. Yes. That feels good. That's great.
Yeah, now what we can say to all of our opponents is, you weak.
I would rather not say that.
Okay. I'll say it. No, I'm not going to do that. But yes, Gianna, I was so happy that you got to see me in this dress, because the last time I wore it, you weren't here.
That's true.
And it made me sad.
The other Urza. God damn. You think we're in the right deck? Holy shit. Also, look at the other cards in this pack. Blue card, part blue card, blue card, blue card, black card. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
There's signals pointing in every direction.
Came back. But so did Muldrifter, and it's Muldrifter, so we're taking Muldrifter, not Grolnok, and I'm sorry to both of you. And Erica, if you have strong feelings about it, I'm sorry to you as well.
I'm sure she doesn't care.
She's
probably like, yeah, pick the deck that's actually going to work. And me and Jana are just like, ah. In fact, Jana says Froggy.
Yeah. So I could take Approach. I'm not going to. I'm just going to take the land. Again, I know if Marcus were here, he would tell me to be responsible and pick the responsible cards. And so, again, in Marcus's honor, I will do such a thing. So.
Azorius people, am I right?
The Pulpit came back. I don't even know if I'm going to play this card, but I'll take it because it's mono blue, it's in our colors, and I'm not splashing for this. It's not good enough to splash for, to be honest.
Erica says, so here's the dilemma. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
It's Azor.
And Of One Mind came back.
Oh, sick.
This is the pack that had the Might Stone and the Weak Stone in it. Cemetery Protector. Is that a Whirler Rogue? 2 Thopters when it enters, and then tap them to make a creature not be able to be blocked this turn. There's Oketra's Monument. It's probably just you. Exile a card from a graveyard. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, if it shares a card type of the exiled card, make a 1/1 human. You got it. That's a great card. Okay, go ahead, Amy. Sorry.
Thank you. Erica says, I almost said Sarah. What the heck? She says, so here's the dilemma I want your opinions on.
Good.
If a villain were to suffer a severe head injury that then made them an amnesiac and essentially revert to a childlike state, can you hold them responsible for what they did before they developed amnesia?
If there is a possibility that they would return to that state at some point, then probably. But if there's no telling one way or another, then no, probably not.
I mean, of course you could. They still did it. It's just that they don't remember having done it.
Well, so that's the capacity question, right? I mean...
Yeah, I mean...
I'm going to take Geyser over Momentary Blink. We don't have a lot of ETB effects, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? When it enters... When it enters... When it enters... When it enters... That's alright. I took the Blink card anyway. Hopefully the other one comes back. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, or when it enters, you may cast target instant, sorcery, or artifact from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Okay. Yeah, we have artifacts. I'll take it. Gravelax is 3 mana 3/2. Whenever Whenever it becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. Whenever one of our creatures you control their combat damage, draw a card. Maybe it's Gravelax. We literally just saw all the ETB effects. And whenever a creature we control becomes blocked, we may return it to our hand. So basically, we attack with stuff. If they block it, we get to bounce it and get the enter the battlefield effect again. And if they don't block it, we hit them and draw a card.
Speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Jana says, I lose them both. Oh my god.
I love them both. I loves them both.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like a long U. Is that how you would say that?
Hard versus soft,
Oh,
I guess.
I mean, that makes a huge difference.
Okay. Hibiscus Wit, Jake the Snake, Bipolar Bear. Nice. Psychotog, the Noob Slayer, Gruesome, and Damak are who we are drafting with. Urza's Silex is in this pack, as well as Inventive Iteration, Bounce, return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand if you can't draw a card, and then bring back whenever you cast a spell, your opponent can't cast spells with the same name or mana value. Counter for 3 or the Silex. Yeah, it's probably the Silex. Okay.
Okay.
Go on. Ooh, God, these cards. How many instants and sorceries do we have? 3 and 3, not worth it. What do you do? Attacking creatures with flying get +1/+1. Whenever 3 or more creatures you control with flying. Who cares about flying? How many cards with flying do we have? Probably not enough. Still, I mean, it's. I guess we'll take Odric then. Collective Effort? Key to the City? No. Collective Effort. Tap an untapped creature you control. Choose one or more. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Destroy an enchantment or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player controls. Hell yes. Hell yes. Okay, that's a great card. Oh, God. Wow. Well, neutralize. Docent of Perfection that flips into an Eldrazi insect.
Look at it, Jana.
The insect? Oh, the
So
big insect.
cool.
Yeah. I'm taking Grafted Identity, though. I have to sack a creature, but then I get to steal one of their creatures and give it +1/+1 permanently.
Boo.
What do you mean, boo? Keep reading.
You keep reading. I
Okay.
can't even read it.
There's
I don't
a
even
whirl
know.
Oh, it's from what you were talking about before. It says confoim it. Because you told me to confirm the pick when the book
Oh.
Confoim it. White spells I cast cost 1 less. It's probably Whirler Rogue. Yeah, it's Whirler Rogue. Oh, Momentary Blink came back. Thank God. I was hoping that would happen, but I wasn't going to wish for it too hard because, All right, Scholar. Yeah, I'm going to need help with this deck. And thankfully, I saw somebody come in who could help me with it, so keep reading.
Oh, good. Okay. Jana says, I've had a horrible past 2 weeks personally, two broken hearts. So apologies, I've been absent, but I wanted to drop by to give the lovings 3 hearts. Well, I want to give way more lovings than 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Jana. And we joke, like, we missed you, right? It's cool to see you back, but you're never under an obligation to be here. It's just, we worry about you we worry about you folks when you're not here, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like, not like, oh my God, what's happened to them, right? Like, it's not like my mother when I was out late with a car, and she always assumed I was in a ditch. There's just these road ditches everywhere that moms assume you're in anytime you're not home at the exact moment that you're supposed to be home.
And why is it that they think that the ditches are so deep that it's impossible for you to get out of the car and escape that fate should you fall in the ditch? Or
use your cell phone still while in the ditch to call for assistance.
Yeah. Or happen upon, someone, a passerby who
like beep your horn for help or something. That would be ridiculous, Amy. The ditch eats you up and nobody knows that you're there.
Oh, okay. Right. Definitely.
Yep.
Marcus is here and says, "Sup, folks? Guess who has a fever and chills?"
Boo!
Oh, is it COVID? Ugh, I hope it's not.
Me too. And
I'm sorry, Marcus.
It sucks that you're still sick, man. That really, really sucks. But
oh yeah, I guess it is still.
I would
it?
assume.
Oh
but,
no, Marcus.
But Marcus, does it make you feel better? Look what we got while you weren't here. We talked about you immediately. Look who's in our deck.
And Erica says, "I'm so sorry to hear you've had a rough time, Jayanna. You're a jewel of a person, and I hope you get back some of the sunshine you bring to us with a smiling sun."
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
What she said.
Yeah. Multiply by 10.
Right?
And that's how we all feel and want things to be.
That's right.
For really all of you.
Correct.
It's not just Jayanna. It's everybody.
I mean, we don't have a lot, right? So this one goes away. You probably go away as well. Yeah, that definitely goes away. So do you. Silex is fine. Momentary blink is good. You probably go away. Yeah.
Oh. I need a piece of paper.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
So I can write down all the names.
That's Thursday, not today.
Yeah, I forgot.
Ooh.
Erica says, "Oh, I found a shiny Pokemon this morning."
Okay. Tell us.
Who was it?
Tell us all about it. I'm not going to control a creature with flying, so it's going to cost 4 mana to bounce one of their creatures and draw a card. No, thank you. Look at this art.
Get rid of it.
Why?
Because you didn't take the bug that was cool.
That's true, I didn't.
She says, "The envy of all. A shiny Dunsparce." Crying, laughing face.
That's awesome.
Oh, we just watched the episode with the Dunsparces.
Yeah.
And the anime.
Yep. With all the little kids, where all the little kids have an anime. Wow. Have Dunsparces in the town, except for the one kid who wants it.
It's like, why do you even want a Dunsparce?
That's fine. Probably this goes away. Okay. Veteran's probably fine. Cemetery Protector is a good one. Iteration is probably fine. Clever Impersonator is fine. Roller Rogue is good. Raph is fine. Urza is good. Cataclysmic Gearhulk is good. Muldrifter is a good one. Ineos is probably not good because Raph is like our only flyer. Raph and Muldrifter. And the tokens that Whirler Rogue makes. And Scholar, I guess.
She says, "I also got into yet another fight with someone who insists that raising your odds at all makes your shinies invalid."
Incorrect.
That's really stupid.
If they feel that way, congrats, I suppose. But if you don't feel that way, then it makes your shinies valid. Like, that's just...
Right.
I think that's perfectly fine. I can't believe we got this combo.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
3-drop Urza, 5-drop Might Stone, Weak Stone. And then how does it work? 7 mana. We have to pay 7 mana to fuse them.
It's worth it.
I agree.
It's way worth it.
I agree. Artifacts and planeswalkers you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Destroy all non-land permanents.
Very nice.
Is his ultimate, which you only need one turn to get him to, because you can activate his loyalty abilities twice rather than once. So you just activate his +2 twice, and he goes to 11, and then next turn you can -10 him.
Yeah.
Gross. You're gross, Urza. We need 5 more cuts.
Marcus says, as long as it isn't hacked, a shiny is legit. Erica says, I think I would cut our 1-drop creature.
You got it. Marcus, did you see we're playing Azorius and we have Niambi? Also, Erica, if I didn't say it, thank you for that advice. I appreciate it, as always. We don't have any Teferis, but we have 2 Urzas plus the double-sided, like the Meld Urza. We have both pieces of the Meld Urza.
Marcus says, Niambe.
She's here. She is here. Yeah, we have 2 Urzas, including the Meld Urza. We have Raph. We have Saheeli. We have Morden Kanan. And we have Urza's Silex as well. This is a very Brothers War-y type deck.
Yeah. There's so many brothers at war.
But not Mishra. Not that smelly Mishra. Nobody wants him.
Excuse me. We could have had an awesome black-green deck.
Not as awesome as this deck. This deck was wide open.
Yes. No, this was great. What do you guys think about cuts?
I assume that Arcane Proxy goes away, but
Erica says, what does that blue 4-drop transform card do?
so Chapter 1 is return up to 1 target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Chapter 2 is that we return an artifact from our graveyard to our hand, and if we can't, we draw a card. And Chapter 3 is it flips and comes, or, exiles and then comes back as a 3/3 flyer. Whenever you cast a spell, your opponents can't cast spells with the same mana value as that spell until your next turn. And it's, like I said, a 3/3 flyer. And it's return up to 1 target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. So that could be theirs or ours, because we do have a lot of ETB effects, or we could just, tempo them out and bounce it away.
Well, so Jayana, I didn't ask before because I don't necessarily want to ask in case that will make someone feel as though they need to tell you if they don't want to tell you. But what was going on with you for the last few weeks that things weren't going well? Which,
as always, Amy knows this, and so do I, and hopefully so does everybody else. You don't have to.
Right, that's what I was literally just saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying I gotcha. Sorry.
Erica says, I think I'd trim Geyser and Collective Effort.
I'm not in love with Collective Effort. Geyser, that's fine. Yeah, sure. Does that mean Dirty 41, or should we do one more cut somewhere?
I did say it in kind of like a weird roundabout way.
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to say.
I get you.
I am asking what happened, but only so far as for it to be okay with you and helpful for you to actually tell me. And or us, really. Because it's everyone here.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I want to cut one more card, but
Grafted Identity.
I get you, Erica. I get you. It's Whirler Rogue.
Rogue.
Yep. But the question is, Amy, what is our deck box going to be?
Oh no. I don't think we have any cards that aren't in our colors.
Rashmi shares a color, or there are artifacts in Azor's Gateway, Blackblade Reforged, Nettle Cyst, and Traxos.
Oh yeah, Traxos is so cool.
Is that who you want?
Yeah.
Okay, Traxos it is. And are you cool with the goblins?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, Erica, for your help. It's always appreciated.
Take the...
It's... I was like, it's Yargle, and you're like, take the... Alright, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Or maybe it's Takeda. Takeda.
Takeda? Like cicada?
I don't know, man.
I mean, neither do I.
It could be any of those. It could be something else entirely. I don't fucking know. Erica says, so, ... how about that incoming March of the Machine pre-release?
I'm looking forward to it.
Eyeballs.
This week's gonna be nuts. For us. For probably everybody, I guess, but for us. You control. So, faster attackers. I'll flash this in. It's a 2-1 flyer. Drew a third land, which is this. Would let me play Saheeli, but that doesn't make sense. So combat, attack for 2. End of the turn. Be very awkward to steal Anax with this grafted identity, but I could. But yeah, we have our new tradition, which hopefully will continue for a nice long time, of me opening a large quantity of product value-wise on Wednesday. Thursday, we have our early access event sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday, as Erica said, is the pre-release itself, where we will be attending and doing multiple things and blah, blah, blah. All right, so I will try to play Niambi. It's not like they have counterspell. It says you may. I'm going to decline. Go ahead.
Erica says, I might try to go to one if I don't chicken out last minute.
Well, no hard feelings if you do chicken out, which I don't think is an appropriate way to reference it, but
Yeah.
I understand. But yeah, if you get, I hope you get to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it is something that you want to do. Oh, I have to sack a creature to do this as well, right? So it's definitely not worth it. Not this turn. Oh, and Saheeli won't die unless they play something with 3. So I'll play Saheeli.
This should be fun.
And I'll leave her shields down, because if she saves me from some damage, like up to 5 damage, then that's great. Sigrid God-Favored.
Oh.
First strike pro gods, exile up to 1 attacking or blocking creature until she leaves the battlefield, and kill my other creature.
Wow.
That's a blowout. Jesus Christ. Okay. I could steal her, I guess. Stenzia Uprising. Create a 1/1 red human. Then if you control exactly 13 permanents, you may sack it and do 7 damage to any target.
But I must tend to my creation.
Okay. 5th land. Artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. Then sacks the rest. Artifact, creature, enchantment, and planeswalker. So, artifact, they don't have any. Creature, they would choose this. Enchantment, they would choose this or this, but they wouldn't be able to choose both. And sack the rest. It seems good for a 4/5, right? And if they don't, if Sigrid dies, we get our creature back. So I'm gonna choose that one. It's the only thing to choose on our side. So yeah, they choose to let Anax and the 1/1 die. And they get 2 1/1s that can't block. You got it. Mysterious Limousine to steal our Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Wow. Okay, this is pretty bad. God. Cube, huh? Always the best to play Cube. I'm so good at it, too. What are we doing? Create a blue dog. Power and toughness equal to twice the number of cards in your hand, so it would be a 4/4.
Erica says I'm pretty anti-God myself. I believe we're in what the kids call hell.
Yeah. Yep. It sounds right. I've always said red, white on Arena are the best 2 colors for Cube. I've said that many times. All right. They need 1 more permanent to get to 13, but that means they can't play anything this turn. So, yeah. Or something has to die, I suppose. If only one thing dies, then they'll have 13 permanents. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, and they all have double strike? Deal. No blocks. Mordenkainen's dead.
Yeah. It is not flying spirit dog.
It's an illusion, not a spirit.
I know. Janice says, I'm super late because I was working, but thank you so much for the kind words, Joe and Amy and Erica. 2 hearts, or 3 hearts. So appreciated, with 2 hearts and 2 super crying faces. Sobbing crying, I don't know. River coming out of your eyes crying faces.
My friend.
Erica says, quickly, we need to do a post Mordenkainen. Amazing.
Awesome.
That was really good, Erica.
It is
I
very
liked
good.
that one a lot.
Right? All right, this is very awkward, and we're definitely going to lose this game. But,
No.
I mean, come on. What the hell am I supposed to do against any of this? Like,
Oh,
wow. Sure, go ahead.
Gianna, look at our little plant. I know you love plants. And it's not yellow, but it's still super cute and should make you happy.
So 14, 1 dies, 13, 1 more card, 14. Okay, good. Not one of the ones that can't block, you fool. One of the ones that can block. Okay. Take 3, go to 11. Got it. Of one mind. Draw 2 cards.
Nice.
But this also lets me draw 2 cards. And is a creature.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
So I'll do that one instead. My bad, everybody. My bad.
Gianna says, I went to the card shop this weekend.
Nice.
Sold some cards and got some dope cards for my deck. Heart face.
Nice.
That was the highlight of my weekend. Hope y'alls were amazeballs.
Nice. Okay, so we now control... I didn't even do this on purpose. We now control a human and a non-human, which means this costs 1 mana. So we draw 2 more cards.
Huh.
Sick. Plus
like
we have
it.
3 land in our hand because we drew 2 lands. Hey, now we have Urza. Okay.
And another land.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to talk about that one.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right, so we take at least 6 in the air with double strike here. I guess I could technically block. I don't want to, but I could.
Gross. She says, oh my god, I love the little plant. The whittle plant, she said. Yes, it's very cute.
Yeah.
Did you see the little pom-pom that is the bunny tail? There's a little pom-pom for the bunny tail.
Down to 13.
Joe's
Sorry.
like, oh my god.
No, I'm trying to count, because if they get to 13 permanents were dead, and so I have to keep track of it. I'm sorry. It's just if I blocked... Okay, now they play a card anyway, but they probably just wouldn't have. But, yeah, if they had played a creature... If we had blocked 2 of their things and killed them, we would have died. So, sorry. Okay. Urza. Wrath. Okay. I mean, planes, I suppose. Keep up our patented Geek for All 2-hand lands. No attacks because we're at 2, so we're just dead anyway. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. 3 creatures get through. Oh, whatever. I don't know what the card does. I could have put it into their graveyard and not taken any damage. It doesn't matter. We lost this game the turn they played Sigrid, which was like turn 4 or 3 or something. Because they completely blew us out, and we just never got to get back into it. Even though we drew 5 cards in a turn, and we still couldn't get back into it.
You said you were going to steal it, and I thought you would.
Steal what?
Sigrid.
I thought about it, but then this thing came around, and all of their attacking creatures would have had double strike, so they would have killed us 3 turns ago instead of this turn.
Ah.
So, yeah.
Thank you, that opponent.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's Cube, man. I just don't care.
Yeah, I understand.
I have never cared, and I will never care. But, you know, Cube! Batman. I didn't know that Tinkerer's Cube was live on Arena until, like, 4 hours ago. So, we have 2 land in hand with Urza, Wrath, Spectral Adversary, Saheeli, and Scholar for 7.
Ooh.
So 3.
All the legendaries, huh?
Yeah, well, 3 of them, but yeah. We'll draw 1 more land. And that's technically all we need for now. So I'll do it.
Okay. Erica says, also, it's utterly gorgeous outside right now. 71 and no humidity. Yes, I know. It was a gorgeous day today. We actually went for a walk in the park.
We did. The new park by our house that we'd never been to before.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at their sleeves.
Whoa. 90s binder.
I mean, combat, attack for 2. Urza, because Urza. What do you do? Haste for 1 red to everything. 5 mana, make a 5/5 only if you control an attacking modified creature. Okay. Good to know, good to know.
Jana says, yo, I grow so many of those. I have them in all colors.
Wow.
3 crying faces.
That's awesome.
The violets? Are there that many colors of violets? I don't know.
Don't ask me. I do not have a green thumb. Alright, so end of their turn, we can flash in Wrath, or if they choose to attack for some reason, we could flash in Wrath to block, but... Also, we're going to need some more land if we want to play this Scholar of the Lost Trove. It costs 7 and we have 4 mana on the field, or 4 land available, I guess. Fiend Lash.
Is that like Billy Fiendlash?
Is that a Billie Eilish joke?
I don't know. That was really terrible.
Wow. Wow. I didn't hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because it's funny. Alright, so we'll trade and kill Gorogoro. Sure, I take 3 damage. You got it. Faith's Fetters. Enchanted permanent, and we gain 4 life. I mean... We don't do it now, though, do we? I guess we do. Hold on. Combat. Swing for 2. What does this say? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a servo. So we just place Saheeli here. If she takes 4 she takes 4. But Ancient Copper Dragon.
Ooh.
We got into an ad for Magic the Gathering for an early access event sponsored by Wizards of the Coast because of this card. So I am going to go like this. Get a servo. Gain 4 life. And go to combat. Attack for 2 in the air again. And end our turn. Okay, Ancient Copper Dragon can now do nothing. Amy, they're a Gruul deck. Why?
Man.
Okay. So yeah, don't forget everybody, speaking of early access, we have an early access stream this Thursday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern and going for a long time. 12 hours, 13 hours, 11 hours. It'll be something around there. So at any point during the day that you can stop in, we recommend that you do. All right, well, at least we get to steal it with the Conclave Tribunal. They may kill Saheeli. They may leave it back on blocks. I'm not sure. They may attack us. If they kill Saheeli, I'm happy. Because, again, she saves us 6 damage. And that's fantastic. She is not pivotal to our strategy at all. But, yeah.
Erica says Amy is really growing into her role as Geek for All's resident bog witch.
Okay, so they did attack us. Great. Okay, that's even better. They roll a d20. They make 12 treasure. It's a lot of treasure, but they only have 3 cards in hand. So, I mean, I'm a little scared, but not very scared.
Yeah.
Metallic Rebuke helps.
I feel like wearing a bright sunflower dress makes it a little hard to look like a bog witch, at least. So I gotta play the part in the other ways, compensate for it.
Why did they do that, man? Big score, discard a card, draw 2, and make 2 more treasure. Okay. Interesting choice. Now just sit here while they manually tap their treasures for mana. Okay. Yup. 4. Yup. 5. Silverback Elder. That's not even good. Okay. Sure. Sure. Oh, whenever you cast a creature spell, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Alright, that's good for them here. Okay, okay.
I swear Erica was gonna make a joke. She did make a joke, but a different joke than I assumed she was going to make. I thought she was going to say something like, well, Joe can manually tap my treasures to make as much mana as he wants or something.
That's a stretch. What does this do? X damage to any target? Oh, and they just didn't use it this turn. Okay. So I guess I have to steal Silverback Elder? That doesn't make sense.
Bog witch, by the way, definitely the worst kind of sandwich.
Right?
I am sure that is correct. Yeah.
This is very bad.
Uh-oh.
This is really, really bad. We have to get rid of this Copper Dragon, man. I don't want to.
I feel like we could make a sandwich that's good and feels like it would be a bog witch. Like maybe some pickled onions on there, right? Maybe some blue cheese. Okay, right? What do we think?
I mean, I'll plead the fifth on this one.
Okay.
I'll let everybody else say what they think.
Erica says, my treasures are currently being varnished and as such are unavailable for tapping. But you can still play with my chest. Treasure chest? Is that funny?
I think so.
Yes.
Sure. Sure. Ripjaw Raptor, which is a creature spell, which means the Conclave Tribunal goes away. Yep, I sure did have it for a turn. I just don't, like, I hate cubes so much on Arena. I just hate it, man. Like, we drafted what feels like an amazing deck, and we're just going to go 0-3 and have to do it again. Like...
And then when we draft it again, it will not feel as amazing as the first time we drafted.
They just have a 7/7 reach now that, like, I could chump block. Yeah, attacks the Healy. You do that. I mean, I don't even really need to block that badly, but I have a 1/1. Like, I'm just gonna chump. If you give it trample, then I guess you got me. By... Yeah, got trample. Wow. You really got Saheeli through a 1/1. Congrats.
I need to equip.
Oof.
It sure was dealt 1 damage, so I sure did take 1 damage as well. Okay. 5, so that's odd. 4 is even. 6 is even. And 3 is odd. But... Still haven't drawn a 5th land this game, by the way. Just FYI.
Oh.
Still playing with 4 land against this, and this.
When our opponent has 6 land.
They sure do. And they made 12 treasure.
Oh, crap.
Sorry, 14 treasure in 1 turn. Well... When it's dealt damage, draw a card. So it's those 2 or those 2. I guess I choose even. And don't attack. And just pass and wait for the inevitable. Like...
Oh, no.
Yeah, so they just swing out. Oh, we're dead in the air. What? Oh, no, I guess not. We just block like this. We block here, block here, and block here. They draw a card, and we don't die. Isn't that great?
I mean, I like not dying.
What did I miss?
Thank you, Batman.
We chump blocked this, right? So what does this card do? Whenever a equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals damage equal to its power. Thought it was to the damage it took. Got it. Got it.
Oh, poop nuggets.
Got it. Guess I should have stolen that. Don't know what these cards do.
Some random guy is here and says, you said you liked not dying, but you died.
I sure did.
And then he's telling us that he's Vladdy.
What is up, Vladdy? How are you?
Well, Vladdy isn't some random guy. What a liar you are.
More like some liar guy.
Yeah.
Got him.
Get out of here, you liar.
Look at the sleeves they're using, Amy.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Those are really cool sleeves.
Oh my god, I want them.
Yeah, I don't know where they got them from.
Well,
They're very
get
cool.
them from them.
That
Get
doesn't...
them from Arena. They got them from Arena. Get them from Arena. Get them.
Stop it. Stop saying that. Do I have to trade Niambi with this stupid thing? Sure. A 1/1. It enters the battlefield. Draw a card. You got it. You sure do draw a card. I'm going to trade with your Dockside Chef when you attack me. Yeah. Niambi, go. Don't tell Marcus. Don't look. Third land. Evoke. I don't want to evoke this to draw 2 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would refill our hand. It would get us 1 turn away from this. Fine, it's something to play.
See, Holland is here and says hey and waves. love this background so much.
You do?
Yeah, it's Halloween.
Well, sure.
And there's leaves blowing in the wind.
This is kind of like a bog witch, right?
Yeah, she's fucking rad. I want her outfit so bad.
By the way, we drew 2 land off the draw too, because of course we did. Oh, it's got flash.
And she's got a pest that I also want.
I guess we pass. She's got ward pay 3 life. God damn, that sucks. Pass. I don't want to, but that's fine.
So Vladdy says, doing good, working on a project for DAM 314.
Hell yeah.
And then he says, hey. Or he says, hey.
Because in response to C. Helen saying hey as well.
But maybe he was just mad about me saying stuff.
Nope.
I guess then you would have put more exclamation points like, hey.
Your opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life? Jesus. So now if I kill this 1-1 with this 3-4, I lose 2 life in the process and take 3? Yeah, it's going to be this. Block. Yes, I know. Keep highlighting it. I get it. Yes, I'm going to lose life. It sucks.
That guy also has an awesome outfit.
Oh, actually, that's pretty cool. I'm going to definitely do this. Cataclysmic Gear Hulk. So I choose this and this. Submit. You get to choose one of those 3 things. The other ones go away.
Erica says, marital strife. Crying, laughing face.
Yep, that's me.
And then Vladdy says, if there's 2 things you need to know about me, I'm the most truthful person ever, and I'm a compulsive liar. LOL.
One person tells the truth, the other one always tells lies. But if the one that always tells lies is the one telling you that, can you believe them?
Exactly.
By the way, did we notice we're playing against Gertrude Gooch? Right
I noticed. Trust me, I noticed. Renamed for this stream.
Oh, there you go. Right,
Just this one, and then it'll be back.
They have 5 mana or 4 mana open and nothing. I guess I risk it. Sure, let's find out what they got. They're at 14. I'm not gonna play this. Pass.
Erica, you may make fun of our marital strife, but I mean, look at Emrakul. She's so perfect. Don't you want her? Don't you?
Whenever you sack a permanent, this deals 1 damage to any target. Okay. What if I just play this? From my graveyard? I don't have any of those things. Damn it. I'll just play the 5/5 flyer, I guess. Or maybe I just Conclave Tribunal. I just Conclave Tribunal away the Havoc Jester so I can swing. Auto pay the 4. Got it. Take this. Thank you. Swing in. They're tapped out, so they go to 7.
Okay.
Amazing.
He says, I can apparently change my name 2 times every 14 days. I may be stuck with the new name for 14 days. Oh my god.
Fair enough. Okay, so if I do this, then I have to... That doesn't make as much sense. So, combat, swing again. See what happens. This is an instant, so if I really needed to. So they just take 3 and go to 4. Cool. Oh, right. They go to 6. Okay. You got it. 5/5 flyer. Pass. Okay. I'll just try to overwhelm them with things.
Blowing leaves.
Sure. With blowing leaves.
Yes.
A leaf storm, if you will, for those of you versed in Pokemon. Anyway, keep going.
I guess I'm not. I don't know what that is.
Holy shit. What? Put 2+1/+1 counters. It gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste. But not Death Touch. So block. I guess. Cool.
Okay.
They gain 5 life or 4 life or whatever. So that's not nothing. Artifact creatures you control. I do have one of those. Okay. That's good. Urza. Combat. Swing.
Erica says, "Oh, I should share with you all the things I said in Overwatch that has become a meme between me and my Overwatch friends."
Okay. Sounds great. Please do. I'm going to go like this and blink my Cemetery Protector. And then exile this, right? They can play it again. So I'll exile this. Goodbye. Cool. They're at 3.
Okay.
And then, sorry, they're at 5, and we're at 8. I can still do this, but there's no need right now. End our turn, keeping up a patented Geek for All handland. Yeah!
Oh. Thank you, Gertrude Gooch.
The Gooch.
Your name is lovely.
Good stuff, man. That's funny. Okay, I mean, we sure are 1 and 2. Let's keep it going, I suppose.
Erica says, "I've been known to panic when I get into solo fights with enemies, and I at one point said in a voice of intense panic, 'Help, I'm alone in a room with a woman.'" Oh no.
That's amazing.
That's scary, all right.
Can this be the one? This could be the one. This is the one. I'm calling it now. We will get the Might Stone and the Weak Stone this time.
Oh, I thought it was the One Ring, but that's a different set.
God, this is a different set. It's not out yet. Reinforced Ronin. This is going to be awkward. Pass. Urza will save us against the Reinforced Ronin.
Will it?
I mean, once we play him, hopefully. Combat Courier.
Yeah. I like that little guy.
It's a great card. Urza, help us. Okay. He is our Lord Protector, as we've learned. Oh, Urbrask's Forge. Great. I mean, block, obviously. Okay. Well, I guess we can Conclave Tribunal once that thing starts getting annoying. And or right now, so that we don't have to worry about it. We have Wrath. Artifacts, Legendaries, and Sagas. She has Flash, too. Nah, I just do this, I think. We're at 16 already? Gross. Whatever. We have 3 things with Flash. I guess we just pass. Okay. Pass it is.
You've got the pretty lands.
Yeah, they do. They really, really do. Alright, so they make a 2-1. Go to combat. I mean, obviously I block. So pass to blockers. I block. No pump or anything, which is good. 4 mana left for them means they play Makeshift Munitions. Okay. Seems fine to me. And then they pass. I'm going to flash in Wrath. Okay. We drew another land. I mean, you know, it's probably fine.
Erica says, and that expanded into, "Help, I'm alone in a room with a man." And "Help, I'm alone in a room with a hamster."
Amazing.
I mean,
that's right. That sounds right.
At some point, it's just going to seem like you're doing it on purpose at that point.
I have to do this, right? I just hope they, like, for 2 mana, with not double blue, I don't think they can counter this, so I'm going to try it. They just sack it. Hell yeah. And do 1 damage to me. You got it. That just means I can blink this later.
See, Holland says the hamster is so male. Yeah, I think these are 3 different assailants.
Yes.
See,
correct.
Holland.
Correct.
Despite not sounding like they are.
Unctus. Look at that sick art on Unctus.
No.
Grand Metatect. Very interesting. Okay. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. It does have flash, but I'm going to exile their card. And then... You return another creature you control does not understand if you gain life equal to its mana value. Okay. Combat. 3 in the air. Go, Raph, go. End of the turn.
Eric says the hamster's gender is hamster. That seems correct. And C. Holland laughs. With what looks like a Frankenstein face.
It's just green, I think.
Yeah.
Just a green cube face. Because, you know,
Yeah.
cube. They have one half of Mishra. They're not allowed to do this. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. No, I need the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. I'll draw it now. Damn it. That was so close. It wasn't. It wasn't close at all. What is this? Unctus. Other blue creatures you control have, whenever this becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Other artifacts you control get +1/+1. I mean, I'm probably just going to take it. Seems pretty good. And it's legendary? I have to sack a creature to do this, though. Should I? No one tell Marcus. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it this turn. It's fine. We're fine. I may, and if I do, I gain life equal to its mana value.
Vladdy says Minsk and Boo is my favorite human hamster duo.
Hell yeah.
And then there's a picture of a hamster head and a person head.
Amazing. Alright, so I gain 3 life, and then I guess I can just replay this card, but I guess I'll go to combat first. Attack for 3 in the air. And then replay Urza. No counter. Okay. End the turn. Light Stone and Weak Stone, please. Come on, baby. Because Might Stone and Weak Stone would kill Unctus, shrink down the other 2, I could play my land, and then next turn I could flip Urza and the Might Stone and Weak Stone into Urza Planeswalker. Mirage Mirror. Becomes a copy of an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. So any on the field, including my own. I'll play this land. Okay, so I'm gonna I'll steal Unctus. Sorry, Niambi. So I'll borrow Unctus. Now they can still have Unctus with Mirage Mirror, they just have to pay the mana. Are they sacking her? Or it? Sorry, him, maybe? Okay, makeshift munitions is a thing. That's fine. It gets it off the field regardless, which then lets me... I mean, that's double strike, so... Combat... Just the 3 in the air. We got 3 turns of this. Okay. Teralf's Hammer. Equip cost is 2. Gets +3/+0 as long as it's legendary. So that Phyrexian Dragon Engine is going to be a problem. Oh, then it's just... Okay, sure. So basically they can tap 2, tap unattach, 3 damage to any target. So that'd be our flyer. What does this do? We can do that at any time. Cool. I'll take my turn, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. Glacial Fortress.
Ah.
Gross. So many land. Combat. They're going to try to kill Raph. Thankfully, I have Otawara. Oh, they don't do it. Okay, great. Oh, no, they still... okay. Turn Taral's hammer to its owner's hand. So I'll do the same thing. Come on back, Raph. Thank you. I will end my turn.
Erica says, also shout out to GERD and IBS coming together to ruin my life.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm
suck.
sorry, Erica.
Agreed. I don't know what to do now. I think we might... That's not bad. They have a lot of artifacts on their side. A lot of artifacts. So we're going to lose Cemetery Protector, but it's worth it. Cataclysmic Gear Hulk. Oh, I get a 1-1 as well. That's fine.
There was a point where I, accidentally had gluten because I went out to a restaurant and had gluten accidentally. And I was basically sick and couldn't go to work for, 2 weeks. And at one point, my boss was like, we're going to need a doctor's note if you don't come back. And I was like, look, I can't go to my doctor and get a doctor's note for the fact that, my gluten intolerance is making it so that I can't work right now.
Yep.
Because my doctor doesn't even basically know anything about my gluten intolerance or care.
Yeah.
Now that we've moved up here and have been up here for a decent period of time, and I have a real doctor, they get it, but
Yeah.
she says, I ate a piece of roasted chicken with only salt about an hour ago, and you'd think I ate a full McDonald's order with how my stomach is reacting.
That sucks.
Yeah, because that's not the food at that point. That's just your body had decided that was what it was going to do today, regardless of what you put into it. Yep.
All right, pass to attackers. There's definitely no attacks. We can flash in Raph because they have not equipped Taral's Hammer because they didn't have the mana for it, which is good for us. Faith's Fetters. They're at 6. So they have to take 3 in the air, but then they only take 2 on the ground. Or we could just put this on Taralf's Hammer, I suppose. Or on the makeshift munitions. It's probably on the hammer. Because Raph is how we're going to win this game. So I'm going to put this on the hammer. They can sack the hammer and do 1 damage. That's more than fine. They didn't. Perfect. They still can at any time. But now they can't activate abilities of it anymore. I'm going to swing in with just these 2. If they double block this, the Gear Hulk, that's more than fine with me as well. You got it. Because the single block won't do anything except kill your creature and not mine. But I guess you could makeshift munitions to do the extra 1. Okay. That's fine. I mean, you still lose 2 things to my 1. It's a 2-for-1 either way, and I'm fine with that. You got it. Oh. Okay. So you... Okay. I guess that's fine, too. That's even better. My Gear Hulk lives.
He did it a while ago, but I didn't realize till just now. Vladdy changed his name to Some Liar Guy. Thank you so much.
Oh man, that's funny.
I love it.
I didn't even notice, but that was what he was talking about changing your name and being stuck with that. Yeah. Stop drawing land. Draw the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. They played a 6/6 flying ward 3.
Ooh.
Just draw me the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. Okay. Pass, I guess. Stop. Just stop.
So some liar guy says, if it makes you feel any better, I now have an intolerance of lots of sulfates, which means I can no longer drink alcohol. Like, it's a little odd, but now I have to be careful when I'm out.
Target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If they don't, you mill 3, and we take damage equal to the mana value. So decline. Okay. I meant to let them draw 3, but apparently decline. Okay. That's very annoying. Ooh. That's very good. Oh, shit, that's good. What is this to target? 3? Okay. So that's 2. 3 to target means I can do this twice if I play this land. Amazing. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Alright, Spectral Adversary, do you win me this game? Auto pay the 2. Auto pay the 2. Decline to pay the 2. You. Yes, I'm sure. And you. Phase out. Ward 3. Sure do have 3 mana, though, don't I? Mirage Mirror to make a copy of Kyrie.
Oh.
So frustrating, man. To the... That's super annoying.
Yeah.
But they kept the one that I was getting rid of? Or phasing out? Okay. So they still lose? Yeah! Yeah!
Wow.
I was like, great, they're making a copy of Kyrie so I can't kill them, and then they picked the wrong one to save. Oh, thank God.
Wow.
Ugh.
That sucks for them, but is so good for us.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God. That was a close one.
Wow.
God damn.
Wow.
Thank you, Toucan Poetry Slam. And I'm sorry you picked the wrong Kyrie.
I mean, to be fair, I picked the wrong choice with their stupid, whatever the hell it was. I don't even know where it is anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gear Hulk. I wanted them to be able to draw 3 cards because they were tapped out anyway, or almost tapped out, I suppose, because they used Mirage Mirror's ability. But yeah, I wanted them to be able to draw 3 cards because I knew I could almost kill them this turn. And instead, I let them bring me from 12 to 4. Oof. So, sure, I guess.
Erica says, changing my name to Sarah. Be right back. Amazing.
Erica
oh my
loves
God,
it when
Erica.
you mess up her name.
God damn it. I'm so sorry, Erica. That's so, like, rude and fucked up. That like, always happens. I just suck, that's all. I just fucking suck.
It's not that you suck. It's
funny.
Yes, it is. No, you just misspeak. And it's never like,
Because I suck.
This hand is fucking awful. Yeah, this hand is awful.
Some liar guy says, happy to change my names, LOL, with like a sticky eye. Tongue with your eyes closed face. And then he says, apologies, internet was being a tosser. And then like a smiling heart that's being held by blue hands.
Nice.
Erica says, it's me, beloved and faithful recurrent viewer, Sarah or Eric. Crying,
it's funny. I genuinely, when you were like, I almost said Sarah, I was about to be like, it's better than Eric.
God damn it. I'm just going to leave. I'm not doing this anymore. Because I'm clearly the worst at it.
I think it's more than fine. I think you're great. Let's go like this, and then either we play the Silex or we keep up Metallic Rebuke. We're kind of getting run over here, so maybe we actually, counter something for once. God. I guess I could have Urza Silexed and then... Oh, no, I would need the mana still. All right. Well, we take 3. They gain another 1 and go to 23. And then they played nothing. Balls.
Vladdy says Sarek.
Correct.
C. Helen says, how you change your name? Era?
Era.
I feel like Era's too close to Erica, though. It almost, like, doesn't really seem like she changed it that much. So I feel like Sarek, you know, is very changed.
All right, so I took one of their meld parts, because if they do have the other meld, then they don't get Hanweir the Writhing Township as long as we have, well, not even as long as we have Cemetery Protector, because this is exiled no matter what. Kill one of your little weird dudes. When he enters or at the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. If a land card is milled this way, make a treasure. If a creature is milled this way, make an insect. If a non-creature, non-land is milled this way, make a blood token. Okay, well, they sure did Fire Prophecy to kill my card. Their card is still exiled. Look what they have, Amy.
It's a pest.
It is a pest.
So cute.
Hey, guess what? All your shit goes away.
Yay.
No, that includes their pest.
Oh.
Their pest goes away.
And then it can be mine.
That's not how
As it goes away.
we own pest cards. They're probably in those boxes back there.
Good. So they can be mine.
Old Rustine. Rutstein. Have I really been saying it wrong since this set came out? I thought it was Rustine
Yes,
with
so
an
did I.
S. What the hell? I mean, Rutstein makes so much more.
What the heck?
Oh,
Thank you, Reed Elmas.
Ridelmus. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
Read those. That's hilarious.
Vladdy says to change names, go to your channel and select customize channel. It's under basic info. And then he said, did you just say I Justine? LOL. Yes.
Yep. That's it. That's his name now. This human peasant is I Justine. Famous YouTuber I Justine. Look at her. Doesn't she look beautiful? Let's. Wow. I don't know how we won another game, but we are 3-2, so let's keep going.
You won another game because of Reed, whomever.
Because of old Rustine.
It's Rutstein or whatever.
It's still Rutstein. It's just not Ruststein. We're facing pairs.
Oh,
Pairs of what?
I like pears.
Pairs are great. Ain't nothing wrong with pairs. Hey, cards that we haven't really been seeing? Sure, I'll keep it. Why not?
I should grow a pear tree, but then I'd have to buy a partridge,
You gotta.
and I would have to kill it if I had a bird.
Have to. This definitely gets burned to death, right? Like instantly, not even after you. Oh, okay. It just gets shrunk, and they get to surveil. You got it. I was like, no way it gets like shocked here and just dies, right? That's this turn. I suspected that it would get burned to death, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. It's gonna happen eventually. All right, here's our fourth land. That's 1 mana. Sure, let's go to combat first, I guess, and attack for 3 and see what happens. I assume it just dies. Yep. 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Jesus. Okay. That's a lot. And then I'll bounce your thing, because why the hell not? Congrats, it's back in your hand. Woo! Hooray! Okay.
Vladdy says pairs of D's nuts. Like the Mr. Beast chocolate bars. Why is that like the Mr. Beast chocolate bars? Do they taste like ball sweat?
Oh, God. What does this do?
That's a real question.
They're just shrinking it because they're trying to get delirium? Did they really have delirium that quickly? Nope. Okay, good.
Because that's their name. D's nuts is the name?
I guess so.
Oh, okay. I just thought it probably tastes like ball sweat, you know. See how it says, sadly can't see that option. Was going to change my name to sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
That's pretty damn good. I like that. I could do it again. Oh, and it's got flash, so I'll wait. But it only comes in with one counter, so I wouldn't even be able to block this. I'd only be able to block this. I could just drop the Silex, but it feels like the right thing to do is to flash in the Spectral Adversary here. We have this half of it this time. I think that's the first time we've drawn this card while playing this deck, so that's something, right?
Hmm.
Unholy Heat. Still a 1-drop, so they still don't have Delirium. What happens when they get Delirium? It's a 3/3 flyer and attacks each combat if able. Well, shit. I guess.
That art is genuinely terrifying.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Like, holy shit.
Big time. Pass to attackers. They don't attack with anything, but I didn't play anything, so I guess I'll do this now. Let's see if they counter it. They
Do nothing.
don't counter it. Cool. I mean, I'll definitely do it once. Auto pay. That thing phases out. Bye. I drew Metallic Rebuke. And then I get this thing back. Okay. Well, I guess I play the Silex to be able to have something to play. I guess I go to combat first and attack for 3. Good, good. Silex, 3 mana. Can't play something for 3 mana until our next turn. This is cool. Because, like, we won't know if we're messing them up, right? Because we may just miss every round where they were planning on playing a 6-drop here, but, you know, we stopped them. Or they might have been planning to play 2 3-drops. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1. Yep, because it's back from phasing out. But they surveil 1, draw a card, but they surveil 1 first. Grafted Identity to steal Living Breakthrough. See, now this is funny, right? I'll take the 3, that's fine. Because now we take our turn, and... Oh, right, it doesn't work that way, does it? But... 5th land... Might Stone and Weak Stone... to kill our Living Breakthrough, I guess? Kinda sucks, but it works. Or I could Urza Silex. I can't. I don't have a second white.
So Vladdy says D's Nuts is the peanut and chocolate Feastables bar.
Weird.
That is weird.
I really don't know what to do here. I think this turn, I Faith's Fetters on this. They still get to surveil 1, but I gain 4 life. And then next turn, if I have to get rid of this thing, I can or will. I also really want to draw Urza, Lord Protector. But technically I need 2 more land for it, so maybe I wait for some more land. Who knows?
Eric says, sorry about that. I sprained my thumb. LMAO, but I'm back.
Well, welcome back, and that sucks.
I think we have to put you in a bubble, Erica.
Bubble girl?
I just feel like she gets hurt at least once every time we stream. Maybe it's us.
Shit, more delirium? What is this thing? I've literally never seen this card in my life. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. If there are 4 more cards on your graveyard, choose both instead. 4 damage to any target. It was us. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 1 into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Dude, so cool.
Whew.
We did it.
Thank you, Arena Gods.
We did the thing. All right, so I guess I kill -5/-5 on you, I guess? There is bounce in my deck somewhere. No attacks. No blocks. Go to 9. Come on, baby. Help us out here. Discontinuity. Just end the turn. I can't cast 4 drops. They surveil 1. Or 6. Can't cast spells for 6 mana. That's fine. Even if I draw a land, I'm just trying to get to 7 for these things. So, not a problem. End of the turn. It was your turn, so that's... Oh!
Oh.
It was the end of our turn or the beginning of our turn? I don't even know. That's fine. Okay, so they attack for 4. It was the beginning of our turn, I guess. No blocks. Go to 5. Play something. But for like a lot of mana. That's Saheeli. That doesn't count. Fine. Can't cast spells for 3 mana anymore. So there's the Metallic Rebuke. Can't counter things anymore.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Does that also mean we can't play Urza?
Correct. But it doesn't matter. We're 2 lands away from it. We're not going to get to cast them. We're just going to lose the game before that. Capricious Hellraiser. How do they still have mana for all this? And of course, they played the exact thing that they needed to play first to prevent us from being able to counter it as well. Cube blows dick, everybody. Cube blows dick. Like, look at what I'm not following what they're doing anymore. They're just like casting spells from their graveyard and stuff. Because Capricious Hellraiser? Yes, because Capricious Hellraiser. Hey, look, Urza. Yeah. It's a different Urza, but it's still Urza. I could play Muldrifter and draw 2 cards. I'm definitely dead. But I sure can chump block the 2 flyers. Momentary Blink. Let's play the land because we need it. No attacks. So Momentary Blink. Oh, it's a creature I control. Never mind. Oh, well, they win. They get to take an extra turn. Okay. Whatever. It's 9:40. I'm not really going to be able to do another draft of this. Hey, who wants to play a game? Anybody? We're at 3. We chump blocked both of their flyers, and they get an extra turn, so guess they win. We sure did get both of these at the same time, sort of.
Yeah.
They sure did exist. We went to -15.
Thank you, Pears.
Seems fair. Let's claim that prize. 2,000 coins. Not bad at all. Shatter Skull Minotaur.
Nice.
I love that art. He looks so cool. I love him.
Of course he's so cool. Look at him.
And a rare in Permeating Mass.
Ew, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
What a reaction. I mean, it's a spirit that doesn't fly, so of course you're grossed out by it.
Yep. Get it out. Get it out of here.
But it says, whenever Permeating Mass deals combat damage to a creature, that creature becomes a copy of Permeating Mass. So you just put this in a deck with a bunch of bite spells, and you just turn into everything into 1/3s.
So Vladdy says, I'm starting to fall in love with the show Joe Para Talks With You.
I've never heard of it.
No, me neither. I don't know.
I feel like
what
I've
it
heard
is.
of like shows that are similar or like similar sounding names, but I don't know that I'm familiar with that one. If you want to let us know what it's about, go ahead.
And C. Holland says, I have spare bubble wrap, lol. Oh, to wrap Erica in? Yes, we should.
Yeah. Slimefoot survey.
Oh.
Don't forget, everybody, by the way, we're not done with this stream yet, but don't forget, this Thursday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, we will be streaming the early access event for March of the Machine live, sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. We will be playing draft and sealed of the new March of the Machine set all day long. So if you're like, but Joe, I'm working during that time, doesn't matter. We'll be streaming for 12 hours.
Yes.
So if you can't make it right at the start, no worries. I mean, you're not obligated to be here at all, but if you're interested in being there for it, you're not going to miss much. Make sure that you get to the stream whenever you can, because we'll be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern and we'll be going until 1 a.m. Eastern. So for a 12-hour span of time, we will be streaming right here on this channel. You don't want to miss it. All new cards. But if you are not subscribed, please make sure for this channel that you subscribe and ring that bell, because you'll get notifications whenever any of our videos come out or whenever we go live, because we did it last time. It's still in the preview slideshow before every one of our streams. For Phyrexia All Will Be One, I opened $2,000 worth of product for this set. I'm planning on doing it again. I can't promise it'll be $2,000. I'm going to work with Champion, who sponsors us for the pre-release events that we tend to do, including that video as well. And so I can't promise the exact number, but it will be a large quantity of value that I'm going to be cracking on camera. You're going to want to check it out. It was a ton of fun. That video did super well numbers-wise. So I encourage you to check that out. Be one of the first in there. Get in the comment section, whatever you want to do, because that was great. I really enjoyed doing that. And then obviously on Friday, we will be doing our typical pre-release content that we do from Champion, where I will be opening 3 or 4 kits, again, subject to change based on the discussions that we have with Champion, as well as filming folks around the store and the cool cards that they are opening from March of the Machine live at pre-release itself in Poughkeepsie, New York at Champion Card Collector. So again, shout outs and thank you to them. Amazing group of folks over there. And I know Erica mentioned it earlier. If you're able to get out to a pre-release near you and you feel comfortable doing so, we encourage you to do so. Pre-release is my favorite event of the quarter. It's a year, but there's 4 of them. So yeah, it's my favorite thing to go to. That's why we cover it as much as we do. It's why I have opened more pre-release kits than anybody else on YouTube. Anyone. In all of YouTube, I've opened the most. So, yeah, it looked like you were going to talk about that, so I wanted to let you talk about it.
Yeah, when you're done.
I'm done. Yeah.
I just wanted to say that it kind of looks like Slimefoot's head.
Oh, yeah, it definitely does. Look at that. By the way, this made me think of the pre-release stuff for March of the Machine, because Slimefoot and Squee is a card in the new set. So, Slimefoot is back in March of the Machine. But with Squee as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like Amy's favorite card in the set, I assume.
Yeah, pretty much. But there is Yargle and Thalia.
It's Thalia and the Gitrog monster is what you're thinking of.
Oh, yes. Which is even better.
It's Yargle and Multani.
Oh, yeah.
Which is still cool, but Yargle and the Gitrog monster, you know.
Thalia and the Gitrog monster.
Thalia and the Gitrog monster. But there's all... We're all messing it up. But there's also Borborygmos and Fibblethip.
Yeah, that one was pretty awesome, too. I can't handle it, guys.
So make sure you join us for the stream on Thursday. See how many we open and watch this one freak out each time. It'll be great. It'll be really, really great.
Floody says Squee is back.
Squee is back and on his last life, as we learned in the story for Dominaria United. Squee...
He is no longer immortal.
Correct. He became a Phyrexian, or was completed, and then through the help of Salvation, aka his squeeze toy, get the joke? Because he's Squee and it's Squeeze toy, but it's a squeeze toy. Anyway, through the Orb of Salvation or whatever it is, he lost his. He was given the choice to stay as a Phyrexian or die. And Squee said, well, no, how about something different? You let me, or no, it was like be reinstated as an immortal or die fully forever. And Squee said, how about something different? I come back, but I'm not immortal anymore. I just have one last life. When I die, I die. And that's it.
Right. He says, what? With 3 sweating faces.
Yep. That's right. He's on his last life, and he's a goblin, so I'm sure nothing crazy or dangerous or horrible will happen to him. Oh, we had herd migration. I slightly clicked off of it, but we got herd migration as our rare there. Speaking of Brothers War, we opened a lot of cards from Brothers War in that draft. Let's see what we get here. First of all, Amy, speaking of goblins.
Yeah. He says, as we all know, goblins never die.
Exactly. Nothing ridiculous ever happens to them. They're never doing stupid things. We got Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter.
They're not doing stupid things. They're doing awesome things because they're awesome.
My mistake.
I know. That's why I corrected you.
Wow. Well, March Toward Perfection.
Oh.
You get a boon with when you cast your next Phyrexian creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter and Death Touch counter on it. And draft a card from March Toward Perfection's spellbook. And so of the 15 choices, you can get Entomber Exarch, Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, Phyrexian Gargantua, Phyrexian Obliterator. I've heard that one's good. Jesus. The card's insane. Phyrexian Rager, Phyrexian Revoker.
It's a Spidey.
I mean, it's a Phyrexian horror, but you like horrors too. Yes, of course. It's cute.
Shut up.
Toxic Abomination.
It's whatever.
Vault Scourge. She likes this one.
I do.
I know you do. Scrapwork Rager, which is also a horror. Bilious Skull Dweller.
I love this one so much. So much.
I know you do. It's ridiculous, but I know you do. Archfiend of the Dross. A Phyrexian demon. Mere Convert. Zenith Chronicler. Soulless Jailer.
I love this one too.
You do?
Yes.
It's a golem. And last but not least, Diminished Returner. What a great name. That's a great name.
Yeah.
What a
he
great
looks
name.
like the guy with the arrows.
The guy with the arrows.
Yeah.
From what?
From Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Yondu.
Yeah.
It's one arrow, but okay.
Oh, I didn't realize it was one.
Yeah, I mean, he uses it to such, perfection that you would think it's many, but it's just the one. I think he looks like a Terminator, but sure.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Anyway,
Wait,
then
show it again, because the first one, look at the first one.
Oh, okay, sorry. Show it again. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't it look like a rotting potato
Sure.
with a mouth
Sure.
and an eye?
Mm-hmm. I mean, potatoes have eyes, right?
Yeah.
It's a cleric, Amy.
I know.
Amy likes clerics. Amy is a cleric in our D&D game.
I'm trying to like this rotten potato, but it's rotten. Don't eat rotten potatoes, guys.
It's true. Don't do it. It'll be gross. Norn's Fletchling. 2 mana or 1 and a white for a 1/1 Phyrexian insect with Toxic 1. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Corrupted. When it enters the battlefield, conjure a card named Plains into your hand. If an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, you may seek a non-land card instead. So there you go.
Vladdy just quotes me saying, "Don't eat rotten potatoes, guys." Amy, 2023.
It's true. Sometimes you got to be reminded, right? You know?
Yeah.
And our rare or mythic is Quicksilver Servitor. It's another Phyrexian cleric.
That's just fucking Mercury, man. Why would you do that?
3 mana, 3/3 with Ward 2. Whenever you cast a spell from among cards put into your hand this turn, proliferate.
He says, "What if I already did, though?" And then he's got like a smiling cry face.
Well, don't do it anymore.
It's fine if you have already eaten a rotten potato, but just don't eat the mercury.
I read Stone Cold Steve Austin's book. I own and read Stone Cold Steve Austin's book. Nice.
Better than Tide Pods, lol.
Most things are. I mean, at least it's food that has gone bad as opposed to chemicals in a plastic coating or whatever. I read
plastic is just more chemicals.
Yeah.
Letty says, "Oh, so now mercury isn't considered edible?"
We actually have a friend who
just eat rotten potatoes with like a dressing of mercury.
we have a friend who when he was younger, his parents without knowing it not without knowing it, they'd broken a thermometer. They knew they broke it, but it was an old mercury thermometer, and they thought they had cleaned it all up, and then one day the baby was crawling around on the floor and had something in his mouth, and they like reached in and pulled it out, and it was a bead of mercury that the kid had been like sucking on. So
great. Good job.
I mean, he's still alive. He has a kid of his own. We were looking at pictures of him today.
Oh.
Do you remember this person? No?
No.
It's Phil.
Oh. Great. That's wonderful.
I mean, Phil's a pretty well-adjusted guy. Like, it seems like he didn't have any long-lasting effects from what we could tell.
Well adjusted.
He is. I like Phil.
I like him too, but I would never accuse him of being well adjusted.
He's one of my very, very, very close friends' older brothers, and I mean, at this point we're just all family. But I know when I was younger, he was. I annoyed the crap out of him. so
yeah,
it's.
I mean, when you were younger, you annoyed the crap out of everyone. According to your parents, at least.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, you knew me for a while.
I mean, not when you were that young.
I guess. According to my parents. That doesn't make it better. To just say it like that. According to your parents, you annoyed everybody. Thanks, babe. I love you too.
Just, I mean, did you want me to lie? I wasn't gonna.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wasn't gonna do that.
No, it's fine. I love it. No worries at all. All right. Ooh, more things. Hex Gold Sledge.
Oh.
3 mana for an artifact equipment for Mirrodin. So as we know, with 4 Mirrodin, you make a 2/2 Rebel token, and then attach this card to it when you play it. It gives the equipped creature +1/+0, so it would be a 3/2. And it says when it enters the battlefield, conjure a card named Goblin Gavalier onto the battlefield. So that's this on the right.
Yeah.
Do you like him?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
He is a 1 mana 1/1 with trample, and he gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to him. And now, notably, for 1 more mana at any point, I mean, it could be the same turn, it could be later turns, you can obviously equip this Hex Gold Sledge onto the Goblin Gavalier, or Gavalier. Why Gavalier? Why would I add more syllables to that?
It's a gavel. It's not a gavelin.
So then it would go from being a 1/1 to what would be a 2/1, right? Because that's what the sledge does. But it gets an additional +2/+0, so it would become a 4/1. Which feels unnecessary. Like, it dies to a 1/1 token anyway, but sure, whatever, that's fine.
I just don't understand. Like, how does it go from being a sledgehammer to being a gavel? Or does it go from being gavel to being a sledgehammer?
I guess it depends. Like, it's a sledgehammer, that's what it is.
Right.
But you could use it as a gavel.
No.
No, you can't?
It's more like you're using the gavel as a sledgehammer.
But a gavel's small.
That one's not.
That's, yeah. I guess. And then we have Seething Skitter Priest, because we are just going to be perpetually getting Phyrexian Clerics, I guess.
Yeah.
It is a 4-mana 3/3 Orzhov card with Toxic 1. And when it enters the battlefield, creatures you control and creature cards in your hand perpetually gain. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block, which you see here on the right.
I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't like either of them, but I don't like this one because it's torturing this adorable little
Bug thing?
it's a beetle.
Well, it's a priest. It might not be torturing it. It's like, you know.
It is.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's torturing it.
The beetle doesn't want to be there. Leave it alone. Vladdy said, my parents loved to tell me as a baby I had a face only a mother could love. Oh no.
Well, they like to tell you that, but do you have like pictures of you when you were a baby that like you could show to some third party and ask them if they agree? Like... Vladdy's got it.
How dare the beetle torture that poor priest? God damn it, Vladdy.
That beetle made that priest pick it up and analyze it like that.
No, it did not.
It's not the priest's fault.
Victim blaming.
Oh, no. Oh. I didn't look at Grox. It was a rare. Oh, another Seething Skitter Priest.
Damn it.
He's very seething, Amy.
I know. I hate him. I seethe when I look at him.
And our rare or mythic is Gaiax. Yes! I was like, maybe I'll get the other one. Or maybe I'll get it again so I can actually look at it. This one is a Phyrexian Warlock.
Oh.
It's 1 black-green for a 2/4 legendary Phyrexian Warlock. At the beginning of your end step, put an oil counter on up to 1 target creature. Whenever a non-token creature you control with 1 or more oil counters on it dies, conjure X duplicates of it into exile, where X is the number of oil counters on it. Those duplicates perpetually get +X, and then shuffle those duplicates into your library. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Vladdy says, I showed the baby picture to DAM314. He looked at me like the seething priest. God damn it, Vladdy. I can't.
Amazing.
Not funny.
It's pretty funny. All right, now let's open Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. Pour over the pages. It's my first pour over the pages. It's my first Lingering Souls. Hell yeah. This card is very good. 3-mana sorcery, create 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying.
Whatever. You just like it because that spirit's boobs are out.
Wow. No. It's not that I like it. It's that this is considered an incredible card by the community. It goes in lots of cubes.
Good. That's because it's a spirit that flies.
It makes 2 spirits that fly. And then it flashes back for 1 and a black to make 2 spirits that fly again.
Ooh. Because it's not a spirit that flies. It's just a sorcery. Fuck that.
Wow. And then our rare or mythic is Assembled Alphas.
Oh.
6-mana 5/5 Wolf. Whenever Assembled Alphas blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, it deals 3 damage to that creature and 3 damage to that creature's controller.
Oh, I like that one.
It's really cool. They're red wolves. They're badass looking.
Exactly.
And they're all alphas, so, you know. I was about to make a really shitty joke, but I'm not going to do it. Ravenous Bloodseeker.
Oh.
I know you loved that art, if I remember correctly, right?
Oh, yeah. It's on one of the thingies.
What thingies?
The thingies.
Oh, yeah. That Nahiri made.
Yeah,
I'm not going to remember
thingies.
what they're called. Yeah. it's the things that she created.
Things.
Yeah, it's the things that she created to focus the mana of the plane to one central location which is then where Emrakul came out, because she brought Emrakul to Innistrad, because Soren's an asshole.
Yeah.
Don't tell Erica I said that.
He deserved it.
And then we have Rise from the Grave. 5-mana sorcery, put a creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. And then our rare mythic is Wharf Infiltrator. It's 2 mana for a 1/1 human horror with Skulk. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2. And if you do, you make a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature token, which you see here on the right. And it is real gross looking.
He seems so sad. He didn't want that to be how his body turned out.
Yes, he was a human. Now he's a horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sad.
He's sad. Where on his face... First of all, sorry. That's presumptive of me. Where's his face?
That big hole-looking thing is his mouth, and he's crying.
I don't want to tell you what that big hole thing looks like. Let's go to the next page. It really, really, really does. And it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, let's go to the next pack, please. Oh my god. Forsaken Sanctuary, that's a good card. Silent Departure. That's a great card. And gorgeous artwork.
Yes.
Amy, look, it's a slug horror.
I love it.
I know you love it. I know. And our rare or mythic is a mythic. Gorgeous colors on this art.
It is pretty.
Mirror Wing Dragon is a 5-mana 4/5 flying dragon. Whenever a player casts an instant or a sorcery spell that targets only Mirror Wing Dragon, that player copies that spell for each other creature they control that the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. So, in other words, it says whenever a player. So, if your opponent casts a burn spell on this to kill it, that player copies that spell for each other creature they control that the spell could target. So if it just says, like, deal 5 damage to any target, it's going to deal 5 damage to this, but it's also going to deal 5 damage to every creature they control.
Wow.
Or if we use a pump spell on it, give it +1/+0 and first strike until end of turn. We copy it for every creature we control, and every creature we control gets +1/+0 and first strike until end of turn.
Wow.
This card's great. And obviously, like in Limited, I mean, I guess if you opened it in your opening pack, you could specifically pick cards that helped you out with this. So, for example, Borrowed Hostility. Target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn, or target creature gains first strike until end of turn. Or, sorry, or, because you could choose one or both. Like, you definitely pick this highly if you have this in your deck, right? So, you could build a limited deck around it, but think about this in Constructed. You just purposefully make a deck around this card, and pump spells or, protection spells and things like that. Like, you couple it with blue and, like, bounce spells, so you, like, if they play a board wipe, you just bounce all of your creatures back to your hand so that they don't die.
Wow.
And it's not legendary, so you could have more than one on the field at the same time.
Wow.
Now, notice that it says, right, whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery that targets only Mirrorwing Dragon. So, it doesn't go forever. The reason that it specifies only is because it could go infinitely. Because if you have 2 on the field, you target one, it makes a copy that targets the other, etc. Or does that work? Maybe it does work. Because the copy targets a different one of those creatures, so it would. That's weird. How would that work? Judge?
Vladdy says, so when a player copies a photocopied copy of Copious the Copier, am I just doomed or disqualified?
I mean, if Copyist the Copier or Copious the Copier, whichever, is not tournament legal and you're playing in a tournament, then you'd be disqualified. But if people knew that Copyist the Copier was somebody who was a card that you had and they were okay with it, then it's probably fine. I will say that during the pandemic, when people were playing a lot of webcam Magic, where they literally were just pointing their webcams down at their desk and having the game on their desk, and they would play like split screen Commander or something, there are a lot of cards in Commander decks that are like, steal this card from your opponent. Well, if you play that at a table, you just reach across and take the card from your opponent. But if you're playing on like at home and they're at home
yourself,
yeah, sometimes you have to photocopy, you know, whatever. So like, you know, in that way, it's definitely a real thing.
It says, I remember webcam, MTG, and FAB.
Flesh and Blood.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a big thing during the pandemic, and I hope that for certain people like that need or want that, I hope that lasts for them, truly, because like, I believe personally that there's nothing like going to a store and playing in events, but I also completely understand that there are people who cannot or do not feel comfortable doing that.
Right.
And that's fine. Then the fact that webcam Magic became so prevalent, hopefully they're able to find a community for themselves of people that they can play with and actually get what they need out of that. Because kitchen table Magic is a lot of fun, and there's a lot of the community that does solely kitchen table and wouldn't want to go to a store for a standard league or a pre-release or something like that. But just playing with your friends at your house or something, or even like organizing a draft with your friends and doing that at home, like that's super fun. I love doing stuff like that. And so if the only way that you can do it is over like webcam or something, I'm glad that option exists for people that want to do that, because they should. They deserve to. Bloodflow Connoisseur is an interesting one. 3 mana 1/1 vampire. Sack a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So normally, have we talked about this? There's a test called the vanilla test of a Magic card. So don't look at the text box at all.
Right.
This card is a 3 mana 1/1. Does that seem like a good card or a bad card to you?
It seems like a bad card.
Right, because typically it would be a 1 mana 1/1. Oh, go ahead. Read that.
Marcus is saying that card name is gross.
Bloodflow Connoisseur, yeah. Agreed. Definitely agreed. So the vanilla test would show that this card's bad, right? Because you could have 1 mana 1/1s, 0 mana 0/1s, like, you know, or 0/2s or whatever. So like, yeah, this card on that respect is bad. But it tells you how good this ability is. Many decks that care about creatures dying or going to the graveyard or being in the graveyard, or you get benefits for sacrificing things, they kill for free sacrifice effects or unlimited sacrifice effects, because you could do this as many times as you want based on the number of creatures that you have, right? Like if you have 30 creatures, you can do this 30 times, and you don't need mana, right? Some creatures say like, pay 1 mana, tap this, sack something, and do a thing.
Right.
Then you can only do it once a turn. Or,
okay, so you're not sacrificing this. You're sacrificing a different card, and you're putting the +1/+1 on this.
correct.
Gotcha.
If for whatever reason it benefits you, you could sack this. Obviously, you then wouldn't put the counter on it because it doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
But if you have a benefit for like whenever a creature dies, X thing happens, you could choose to sacrifice this, because other cards like this will say sacrifice another creature.
Yeah.
And so it specifies like there would be a reason why you wouldn't be able to sacrifice the one that's doing the ability.
Okay. Sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice this creature.
That's funny. And then we have Pyrehound, 4 mana 2/3 trample elemental dog.
Oh.
Whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's a very good card. Oh, and by the way, a vanilla test also counts like keywords. So like, you would look at this as a 4 mana 2/3 trample and see if that's a good card or not, you know. And the rare or mythic is a Noose Graph Mob. It is a 6-mana zombie. It enters with 5 counters on it.
How is it a mob if it's a single zombie?
It's not. It's all the zombies in that art. And then there's the Eldrazi in the middle that they're collectively attacking.
Oh, I guess it has to say zombie because it can't say multiple zombies.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not going.
That's not
to
a
say
creature
that.
type.
Correct. Yeah. So it enters with 5 counters on it. Notice there are 5 zombies in the picture. Whenever a player casts a spell, you remove a counter from Newsgraph Mob and create a zombie.
Oh, nice.
So it basically breaks off from the mob and goes after that spell. And so now you have your own zombie on the side.
Cool.
And then this gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it dies, right? Because this would then go back to a 0/0, and you would have up to 5 zombies from it. Technically, you could put it in a deck where you could put more counters on it, and then it would just get bigger and then keep shrinking as they play spells. But it's whenever a player casts a spell. So that's you or your opponent.
Right.
And it's every time. It's not like once a turn or whatever. So if they cast 2 spells, you get 2 zombies, and this becomes a 3/3. Like,
Okay. That's cool.
yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I'm going to open these last 8 packs all at once from Phyrexia All Will Be One. Holy crap.
We got Nissa. Freaking gross.
Nissa Ascended Animist. She is completed. Sorry, Nissa, and sorry, Amy. But also, the second that they showed the beginning of this set for Phyrexia All Will Be One, and they were like, half of these planeswalkers are going to be completed, I was like, I know who they're all going to be.
Right.
And technically, I didn't guess Luca.
Right.
But every other one I guessed, because it was like, these are all the ones that they don't know how to write for anymore. So they're just going to complete them. And I was right about literally every one of them.
Yep.
Call me Joe Stradamus, I guess, again. But still, there's a good old Nissa. Sorry, Amy. But now we own Nissa because this is our first one.
She's still kind of pretty.
She's still kind of pretty? Okay. She has 4 arms now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Well, one of her arms is her staff.
Correct.
I like this little horror, though.
You do?
Yeah.
It's not really little.
It's not?
I mean, it's so. It's an XX green Phyrexian horror where X is Nissa Animated Animist's loyalty. So if it's the first ability that you use on her, this is an 8/8.
Well, he looks little because I think this silver thing just looks like a stick.
No, it's a tower because that's a person
Oh.
right there at the top.
Oh.
So it's like a tower of like solidified bodies.
Oh, shit. Well,
So that's
I
it.
like this big horror thing.
Look at how cute and little he is. It's like, no, that's a human. That's like a humanoid figure.
Oh,
That thing that's smaller than its whole mouth. Like, yeah.
Marcus says, which is lame, get better writers.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird to me because I understand the dichotomy, but I also don't. I don't think it's the writer's fault. Like, I think they have skilled writers. I just feel like they're constrained by what the story is that they're told to write. You know what I mean? And, again, they've recently found writers that it seems like are fans of Magic Story enough where now that they've used them multiple times, like back when they were getting a writer for one story and then they were leaving, like, for example, and I'm not trying to throw her under the bus in any way, but for example, Martha Wells, who wrote the Dominaria story, like the big Return to Dominaria, which was like the first set where they had outside writers for, when they brought in Martha Wells, that story was awful. And I chalked it up not to that Martha Wells was a bad writer, because she had so many accolades as an author.
Right, which is the only reason why they wanted her.
Correct. Because they wanted her audience to migrate to us and to Magic, right? So that they could start reading the story and be hopefully invested in it. And Martha would get the benefit, hopefully, of having some Magic fans read the story and say, wow, she's a really good author. Let me check out what her other stuff looks like.
Right.
So the problem is, and C. Holland gets to it here as well, so I don't want to discount what you're saying, The problem is, if you're bringing in an author for a one-off, you need to get them in, explain to them what they have to write, let them write it, do the rewrites, and get it out the door. Because for X number of stories, I mean, Martha Wells is kind of a bad example, I guess, because she wrote 12 stories, and the overall story was bad. Like, the presentation of it was bad. Not that the writing was bad, it was just the pacing was awful in that story. And I chalked it up to, besides the fact that there were massive continuity issues, but I chalked it up to the fact that this was Dominaria. I mean, you were returning to a world or a plane that had been written about for a very long time, and that there were many established characters and relationships and stuff that we as readers wanted to be able to see fleshed out, besides all the planeswalkers that had all these adventures in all these other places like Amonkhet and Ixalan and etc.
Right.
And it would have been impossible. It would have been an impossible task for Wizards' story team to have said, "Hi, Martha Wells, I know that we're paying you to write these 12 stories, but here is this much paper, like, story to read. Read it all, understand all of these characters and their motivations and their interpersonal relationships, and then write a story about it."
Right.
That's unreasonable.
Right.
And yet, that's what we would want, because these are characters that we know their relationships and their personality and etc. And so when they're written about, we still want that to be the case, that continues. It's just that when you have a one-off writer, they can't really read all that backstory.
Right, which is why for a story like Dominaria, what they should have done was get someone who was a fan of the story of Dominaria prior to that point. Because they would have had a concept of the continuity. They would have had a lot of that stuff already read, where they wouldn't have necessarily needed this huge stack of literature that they all of a sudden needed to, like, magically get through prior to reading this story.
Yeah.
Or writing the story.
Right.
I mean.
And then, we can read what C. Holland and Marcus said here.
C. Holland says, but that costs money, ... how else we gonna make up for the Magic 30 debacle, ... We lost so much money with a money bag, LOL.
Yeah.
Marcus says, ha, nice one. And then C. Holland says, said by Watsy, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so once now it seems like they have found authors, like you said, who do like Magic story. I don't know what their full background of the stories is, like what they know, but they're a fan of Magic, or they were fans of Magic prior to starting to write the stories. So it wasn't, hey, you're a good sci-fi writer or a good fantasy writer, come in cold, read these things, duplicate these characters, and write this additional story on top of it. Which I feel like, I don't want to speak ill, because again, I'm using her as an example. So this is not pile on Martha Wells, it's just the name that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, and who they brought in as a one-off, and who wrote a bad story that didn't have bad writing, but like I said, the pacing was bad, and the characterization was just all over the place and not good. So
yeah, because it's hard to do a good job when you don't have a good foundation of information to work off of.
Yeah.
You just, that's not a thing you can do at that point.
Yeah.
Marcus says, why isn't that already the thing? Every Vorthos podcast has at least one writer on staff. I'm sure they'd love to be more involved in the lore they love so much.
Do you want a bit of a hot take? I hope this doesn't get back to people necessarily. Some of the people that you're talking about, and I don't want to name a name because it's not appropriate for me to do so. I've read some of the articles that those people have written. They should not write for Magic Story. They know the story front and back. They should not write for Magic Story because they can't write an article in their own voice. So they should not be a writer to write for Magic at all. And that's not in any way me saying that I wouldn't want that responsibility. I'm not that guy. but I'm aware of my limitations, and I assume they are as well. Being knowledgeable about the Magic story does not make you a writer. And
A story writer.
correct. And the particular person that I'm thinking of, like I said, I don't think they can even carry an article. Like I read through some of their articles and I'm like, what are they trying to say here? Like I don't get, like I lose track of it after a while. The knowledge that they have is prolific and impressive. They cannot put it down on paper easily for someone to read, digest, and understand. And if that were branched out into prose, I don't think they could do it.
Greg is here and says, "Hey guys, kind of came in while you guys were in the middle of this topic. Not sure what I have to add. LOL. Hope everyone is doing good."
What's up, Greg? Yeah, we scrubbed out of, well, I guess we went 3-3 in our cube draft for the night, so we didn't quite scrub out, but
we got 200 coins or something. Right?
2,000.
2,000
Because
coins.
we paid 4,000 to enter, we got 2,000 back out of the 3 wins, but yep. So now we're just opening packs, and then because we opened Nissa, we talked about bad story writing. Why would we have done that with this card? But yeah, otherwise we're doing okay. I'll contact you and or Steve. I'm assuming I'll see you Wednesday and Friday, and then hopefully we'll see you here for the stream on Thursday, maybe.
Yes.
But he says,
okay.
Yeah. We were talking about you and AKA your store earlier because of the things that we're doing this week with your great store. So
I would like that a lot.
Me too. That sounds great. Good. Yeah, we'll talk. That's perfect. So yeah.
We are working on making sure it is all going to be here on time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I might come a little bit later. Like, I might get there at like 3 instead of like 8 a.m.
He says, I hope that the distribution does its job. LOL.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might get there a little bit later because, like, I used a lot of my time off when we were setting this place up. So, I don't know that I'm going to be able to just, like, do that a lot. But, okay.
He says, yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Okay. Did I say 8 a.m.? I was being sarcastic. I got there at, like, 11 or 12 last time, I guess, or 1.
Yeah. We should be able to work it out. Wait till you see the store update.
I mean, we saw the pictures. I'm looking forward to seeing it in person.
So much more room.
Yeah, look at all that play space, which is great, everybody, by the way. If you are, I mean, I've talked about this many times in videos and stuff, but Greg, one of the co-owners of Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York, who sponsors us for many of the videos that we do surrounding pre-releases, runs an amazing community and has an awesome store, and had been using part of their store for shipping. They have now changed that, and there's a lot more play space. Now, that didn't mean that people were getting turned away at the door, because they weren't. It was just, a little bit more snug. Now it's a lot more open, and it gives the opportunity for more play to be had, casual play, as well as sanctioned play, and things like that. So, I'm, like I said, or like Greg said, I'm very much looking forward to seeing it and being able to kind of, like, stretch myself out and make some room. And hell, I mean, it means that, for instances where if Amy was there and wanted to be able to sit down and watch our game, like that I was having with somebody else, sometimes that wouldn't work out just because it's like, the tables are numbered and there's not space, which is fine, right? Not a critique. It's just, as many of you know, if you've been to big tournaments like that, you're like right up against the person next to you and there's a string of tables. Now, if there's more space to spread out, that's more of a freedom that friends and family who are coming to watch, or people that might not be as experienced in the game and want to like watch a game from the sidelines, can do so while sitting instead of standing and hovering over the table, which I always hate. Some people like doing that, and that's fine. That, it's just a little stressful when you're like somebody's like looking over your shoulder while you're trying to play.
I can see that for sure.
So, yeah.
I just wanted to point out, since you said that they had, they basically were no longer doing that with the shipping. I just wanted to point out they are still shipping, just not in the way of gameplay.
Oh God, yes. Thank you.
I didn't want people to think like, oh, they're not doing shipping anymore because the pandemic's over.
No, there's lots of great stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this week a lot. Although it does mean that I'm going to need a lot more sleep, or like I just have to change my sleep schedule slightly. So I got to wake up earlier and go to bed earlier and all that fun stuff. I got to be an adult, is really what I'm saying.
Yes.
And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But also,
None of us do.
but also, as I mentioned, and as a reminder for folks, as we close out this stream, we will have our next stream. We are not streaming on Friday as we usually do. We usually stream every Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This Friday, we will not have a stream because I will be down at Champion for the pre-release, opening product live at the store, filming other people opening product and seeing what they get as well. So you should definitely stay tuned to the channel to see those videos. But that means we will not be live as we typically are at 8 p.m. on Friday. But don't worry, we'll still be live one more time this week. And that is Thursday starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the March of the Machine Early Access event sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. Like I said, 1 p.m. Eastern. And if you can't make it right as when we start at 1 p.m., don't worry about it. We will be streaming for 12 hours or so, give or take. But like, if it's 11, are you really going to be upset with us? I don't think so. And if it's 13, are you really going to be like, what the hell? No.
Yes.
So yeah.
I will be.
I probably will be too, because I have to wake up early the next day to do more things. So.
Yep.
C. Holland says, adulting. LOL with a crying laughing face.
It sounds like a myth.
Yeah, it definitely is. And then he says, thanks for the stream.
Thank you, C. Holland.
Yes.
In fact, I almost did it, but I kind of did. So, Amy, now that we are ending the stream, by the way, I didn't mention the other mythic that we got was Staff of Completion.
Whoa.
I don't like this card. I feel like it's bad, but maybe it's for constructed. I really don't know. Yeah, anyway.
Vladdy says, have a great night for all.
Thank you. Oh, you know what? Since Vladdy's here, and he says...
Okay. Greg says, have a great night, guys. We will talk tomorrow.
Perfect.
Smile.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And before Vladdy leaves, or as Vladdy is leaving, also, a heads up, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I didn't mention this. Tomorrow night, we will be live.
Oh.
We're doing a lot of stuff this week, y'all. A lot of stuff.
Are.
There's not one day where we aren't. Tomorrow night, we will be live over at twitch.tv/InsaneGamesTV_. InsaneGamesTV_, where we will be co-hosting the Nerd Glasses podcast with Boater, because as Vladdy mentioned earlier, our good friend DAM314, twitch.tv/DAM314, but our good friend Dave is traveling at the moment, so he is not currently available to host his shows, so he gave us a call, and he said, hey, are you guys available? And it was like, well... Sure, we are, and honestly, we're more than happy to do it. We will be talking nerd news, right? That's what Nerd Glasses podcast is, talking nerd news. So that if that is something you are interested in, come check us out. That will be at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Just tell them where to find it again.
Twitch.tv/InsaneGamesTV_.
Vladdy says, wow, heck yeah.
You know, Dave does some great stuff. In fact, a lot of great stuff.
Yes.
And so when he is not available, because God forbid he does things for himself or his family, he brings in a lot of people to help out and help, I would say cover, but like, you know, help host the shows or co-host the shows that he does. And so we are more than happy. I will, in fact, be wearing my glasses and not just sitting here like this without them on the Nerd Glasses podcast. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've done it before, and it's always awesome when we get a chance to do that. So yeah, tune in tomorrow night at 7:30 for that. And then again, Wednesday, we'll have an awesome video coming out, so don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you'll get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, like that one on Wednesday here on this channel. Yeah. Or whenever we go live, which, as I said, this week will not be on Friday, but it will be Thursday starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. Now that I have talked over it, Amy, please feel free to do your thing.
Okay. Let's say goodnight to Vladdy. Thanks for being here.
That's not what his name says.
Some liar guy. Who used to be some random guy.
But is now he's not random anymore. Now he's a liar.
Exactly. He used to be Vladdy, and he's now a liar. Greg, thanks for coming. Sorry that it was, after we were done playing. I apologize.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to see you and
Yeah.
talk to you soon.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Good stuff.
C. Holland, thank you so much for being here.
As always.
Yep. Marcus, thank you so much for being here. As always,
Yeah,
because
and-
you're just so cool.
And please, please, please feel better. I want to hear good news on Thursday
Yes,
when we hear from you.
please. Dude, take care of yourself.
No, I don't think it's your fault. I'm just...
I'm not blaming it on him. I'm just, I'm blaming it on him.
That's
Because
not...
I'm mad that he's sick. Because, it's hard for me to enjoy him when he's sick. So clearly, he needs to do a better job
It's about her.
of not being sick so that I can enjoy his company more.
Yeah, that's fair. But yes.
That's how it goes.
Please feel better.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
Yes, correct.
Erica, thank you so much for being here and hurting yourself so that you can watch our stream.
Well, I was going to say, and you feel better as well, right? She was talking about, the chicken issues or whatever. What's happening?
Z Holland to get the bubble wrap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jayana, thank you for being here. You're awesome, and I hope you feel better as well.
Yeah, geez.
When
Everybody
we
get
don't
better.
know what's going on. Yeah. And Aaron Bennett, thank you for being here and being new.
Yeah.
Marcus says, me too. See y'all Thursday.
Perfect. Good. We look forward to it. Like I said, we look forward to hearing good news. So, all right.
Oh, I just wanted to say,
Please.
Thank you to Marcus for the comment on the new video.
The Minecraft video from
Yes.
yesterday.
It was cool.
Over on Video Games for All, links down in the description box below. You can check out Video Games for All and Gluten Free for All, and sub and ring the bells there as well. But please, between now and the next time that we see you, whenever it is, please continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours super important. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Mimi.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.